everyone, welcome to today's yoga. Today's yoga is going to be in hip opener sequence, so we're going to work the hips and the glutes here. Grab your mat and let's get started. So since we have Buddy here, we're going to start out in our wide-legged pose here. Seated, feet come to the opposite sides of the mat. Take a big breath in here. Nice tall spine. And then on the exhale, we're going to walk the hands forward, keeping that back nice and flat. And if it feels good, you could come onto the elbows and forearms. Make sure the toes are still pointing towards the ceiling. If this is too intense, come back to push yourself up. So whatever works. We're going to reach our right hand to our right foot. Left arm comes reaching overhead. And then swap left hand to left foot. Right arm reaches overhead. Coming back up, we're going to bring our feet together for our butterfly pose. Take a big breath, nice tall spine. Now I'd like you to bring your hands underneath your shin/ankle area. Palms face towards the ceiling and really pull yourself down here. Chest coming towards the heels of the feet. And taking a few big breaths. Really opening up the hips, the inner thighs, the glutes. And gently coming up from our butterfly pose. Come onto the knees. We're going to push ourselves up into our yogi squat here. So feet pointing to the opposite sides of the mat, heels facing each other. Push the knees open with your elbows, hands at the heart. Taking a few breaths here. I want you to plant your hands down. We're going to straighten the right leg. Nice side lunge here, toes point towards the ceiling. We're going to kind of just push ourselves down here so you're really getting that big stretch in the inner thigh. Good, we're going to drop the left knee, now coming up onto the knee. Come to grab your left heel, reach your right arm back. Come back up. We're going to switch, bend the right knee, straighten the left leg, toes point towards the ceiling, pushing your pelvic area down here. Taking a few big breaths. Opening up those inner thighs. I say this all the time, but we hold so much tension in our hips. So you might be getting a little bit of an emotional release here. Good, coming onto that right knee now. Backing up a little bit. Right hand to the right heel. Left arm reaches back. And coming back to center. Coming onto both knees. We're going to start by coming into our hero pose here, we're gonna bring our seat in between the feet. So we're not gonna sit on our heels. And you can really feel this stretch. It looks like you're not doing anything, but once you're actually in the position, it's like, wow, you can really feel that. If this becomes too intense for you, please push your seat up and come to sit on the heels. We're going to take 2 more breaths here. Good. Coming onto the hands, pushing yourself up gently. We're going to come into our frogger pose. So flex the feet here. We're going to open up the hips as wide as possible. And we're going to come down to our forearms here. And if you could slide down even more, really pushing that pelvic area down. And gently bring yourself back up. Good. All right. Now we're going to come into all fours, right? We're going to kick back our right leg, lift it up nice and high. And I want you to bring your right foot to the top of the mat. Bring your hands towards the left, so we're opening up nice and deep here. You could open up the right foot, peeling it off, and you could stay on your hands if you'd like, or if you want to get more intense into that hip, come down to your elbows. Really getting into that lizard stretch. And we'll come back up here. We're going to bring our right foot to the left side of the mat. And then drop the knee down for our pigeon pose here. This is one of my favorite poses for hip opening and just getting a great stretch in the legs. So you could stay here if you'd like in your king pigeon, or you could fold over and rest the forehead. Belly comes to the thigh. And let's gently come out. Good. Okay, we're going to switch sides now. Extend that left leg back, reaching it up. And then bringing that left foot to the left side of the mat on the top. Opening up that hip here. You could peel open the left foot if you did so on the other side for the right. And stay up on your hands if that feels good. Or you could take it a little further by coming down to the forearms. And coming back up. Bringing the left foot to the right side of the mat. Dropping down the knee. Big breath here. And on the exhale, you could fold over if you'd like. Belly comes to the thigh. And rest your forehead. Gently pushing yourself back up. Coming back into all fours. Good. Now, we're going to do just a quick balancing pose here. It's our tiger pose. So keep the right hand planted, lift up the right toes first, and come to bring your left hand to grab your right toes. Stay focused on one point. And we'll drop the right knee down. Take a breath. We're going to switch sides. We're going to kick that left foot up. Keep that left hand planted. Come to grab your left toes with your right hand. Good. Let the left knee back down. We're going to bring our big toes together. Nice wide knees, as wide as the yoga mat, even wider if you'd like. And then we're going to come to walk our hands down. Belly comes in between the thighs. Rest the forehead for your child's pose. And breathe. Good. We're going to push ourselves back up. And coming onto the hands and knees, I'm going to turn this way so you can see me. We're going to come up, push our seat up here. Little fold. And then we're going to bring the legs nice and wide. And fold over here as deep as you can. And then push yourself back up, coming onto the knees and swooping the legs around to come sit. Good. Before we go on to our backs, we're going to do our fire log pose. So we're going to square off our knees here. Left foot comes on top of the right knee. Right knee comes on top of the left foot. Stacking. Take a big breath. And we're going to fold over here. So you can really feel this in the right inner thigh, right glute. Again, it doesn't look like you're doing much, but you could absolutely feel it. And if your right knee is like popping up here, if you have a prop you want to put underneath it, that's fine. Walking ourselves back up. We're going to switch our sides. So now, right foot comes on the bottom. Left knee comes on top of the right foot. Right knee on the bottom. Left foot on top of the right knee. And we're going to fold over here. So now you should be able to feel this stretch in the left inner thigh and the left glute. It's okay if one side is tighter than the other. My other side was tighter than this side. And coming up. Good. We're going to make our way onto our backs now. And for a second, we're just going to let our low back settle in here. So if you want to just move the knees back and forth, getting that little massage for the low back, making sure that it's comfortable. We're going to start with our half happy baby. So keep the left foot planted on the mat. We're going to hug in the right knee. Good. We're going to grab the right foot with our right hand, push the bottom of the foot open towards the sky, opening up that inner thigh, and you could either keep your left foot on the mat, or if you'd like it to be a little bit more intense, you could straighten the left leg, and you could feel all that tension leaving the inner thighs, opening up the fascia. Bringing the right knee back in. We're going to keep that left leg straight, or if you didn't have it straight, straighten it. We're going to cross the right knee over the left for a supine twist here. And I want you to take your right hand and grab your left foot for the pretzel variation. Give me a nice twist here. We will release the left foot, and we're going to switch our sides. So you could start by planting the right foot, hug the left knee in, and come to grab the left foot, pushing it open towards the ceiling, really opening up that hip here. This side is actually a little tighter for me than the other side. So I think I'm going to bring my foot back in just to be able to accomplish this pose with ease. Then we'll hug the knee back in, straighten the right leg if it wasn't straightened, and we cross our left leg over our right, getting a nice twist. Grabbing the right foot with the left hand, pretzel variation. Release the right foot. Coming back to center, hugging both knees into the chest. We're going to take a full happy baby, grab both feet, push them open towards the ceiling. Big breaths. You could even play around if you'd like. You could move and straighten one leg at a time. Whatever feels good for you. Come back to your regular happy baby. Hugging the knees in nice and tight. Nice wide opening up, nice and wide here. Then we'll release, feet come together for our reclined butterfly pose. Bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly. And let's take a few breaths here together. Melting all the muscles into the mat, letting everything go. Paying attention to that inhale and exhale. Good. You could stay here as long as you'd like. There's letting everything go and opening up the muscles in our inner thighs. Thank you for practicing with me today. Namaste. Thank you for practicing with me today. I'm so glad that you're here. Guys, please hit that subscribe button so I can continue to make free videos for you. Also, leave a comment below letting me know new videos you'd like to see in the future. Give this video a thumbs up also if you liked it. With much gratitude and love, namaste.